Hello everybody, good evening. I'm Danny Tippett, lead beauty guide with Limelight by Alcone, and today I wanted to show you one of my favorite summer meals. I want to show you how I make it so that maybe you can try it too. It is so delicious. It's a really light summer meal and I love it so much. So if you are watching the replay, go ahead and comment replay below so I can see who's watching, and if you hop on live, say hello and let's chat. So let's get going. First things first, so I am going to be making a 7-layer salad, which I love. Oh, and I forgot like the most important ingredient. So our fridge is super full. We just made a Sam's run last weekend and oh my gosh, hey Kendall. Oh, we like totally stocked up our fridge or our freezer. Like, it's kind of embarrassing, so I'm not gonna reopen it. My curls actually did really well this morning. I didn't have to recurl it at all. I just braided it really lightly and slept with the braid in, and they stayed. I didn't redo any of them. I'll have to show you an after picture because I meant to post that, but I didn't, so I will do that. But yeah, they stayed pretty well. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm making a 7-layer salad. Let me know if you've ever had this 7-layer salad. It's so good. It's a really good thing to bring to like barbecues and different like summer parties because it's really fresh and it's super simple to make. You just have to do a little bit of prep work, but other than that, it's really easy. So I'm just gonna start with the lettuce. This is our favorite lettuce. It's from that store, Lidl. Has anybody ever been there? It's a really awesome store. Everything's super discounted and their vegetables are really fresh. We love Lidl. So look at this beautiful lettuce. See, it even has like the roots still on there. It is very fresh. So I'm just gonna cut this, and I guess I'm not really gonna be showing you this part. I'm gonna try not to cut my hand off because I normally cut myself. We got an amazingly awesome knife set for our wedding, and I cut myself almost every single time I cook because the knives are so sharp. So, you know, they're good because they're sharp, but you know, I cut myself all the time. It's really bad. Okay, I'm just gonna start by putting that lettuce in the bowl. I kind of cut a little bit extra, so I'm just gonna save that, put that to the side, and I'll use more if I need it later. This is just for David and I, and it doesn't keep really well because I put the dressing on the salad. I guess if you kept it separate, it would keep a little better, but I don't want to make too much. So I'm using this bowl right here. See, just put the lettuce in the bowl. So that's all you do to start. Then I'm gonna I made some hard-boiled eggs last night to add to the salad. So that was one of the things I had to prep. So I'm just gonna take my little eggs and I'm going to slice them. I like them, well, I guess I'll kind of do like slices and then halves. Just kind of chop them up. You can even do like fourths like this. What is, oh no, you guys. I got some dirt on my cutting board. I don't want to eat dirty eggs. Well, that's awkward. So, but just little pieces like this is good. I'm going to throw in the ones that don't have dirt, and then the ones that have dirt on them I'm going to toss. Obviously, because that's kind of gross. And then I'll rinse off my cutting board. That would probably be a good idea. Hold on a second. Bear with me here. Just don't want to eat dirty eggs. So, hard-boiled eggs. Add some protein. Now, this doesn't have a ton of protein in it. Now, you can always add like chicken or some other kind of meat if you want it to be more of like a main meal and more filling. But I like it super light. But I do like to add chicken to it sometimes. So you can always add chicken. Now, it does have bacon in it and eggs. So it does have some protein. Let's see if I can... I don't want to tilt it. Okay. So you're just going to have to trust me here. Just cut them. I kind of do fourths, I guess. Slice and then fourths. slice in fourths. Now the dressing on the salad is what makes it so, so good. The dressing, and also, I don't know, I love all of the ingredients so much, so I can't even say. Let me hold this for a second so you can see. Whoa, sorry. Can you see? That's how I cut my eggs. So I just sliced them and then cut them into fourths. So that's just how I did that. Sorry, guys. That's crazy. My comments went away. Hold on. Try not to break the Ricky. My beautiful mirror. Okay, let me swipe the... What in the world? You guys, did you know they have all these filters on here? Okay, that was weird. There's like all kinds of filters on Facebook Live now. Okay, so I'm just gonna sprinkle the eggs on there. This is a really simple thing to do. Like I said, it's really just prep that takes work and time, I guess, but it's really, really easy. So if you don't mind chopping up a bunch of different things, which I know can get annoying, then you can have a delicious salad. And like I said, this is one of those things that's really awesome to bring to like a summer party or barbecue or something. My husband and I are graduating next weekend, or this weekend I guess now, this upcoming weekend, and so at my parents are going to throw a graduation party for us, and this is going to be one of the things on the menu. Okay, so you can see just threw the eggs in there. Now it's really, really pretty. This salad is so pretty. If you have one of those glass bowls, I mean really any glass bowl I guess would work. I don't have one that's like glass, so you can't see through, but when you can see the different layers, it is so pretty, like for real. So unfortunately I don't have that, but that's okay. All right, next I'm gonna take bacon, because bacon makes everything better, especially a salad. So I cooked this last night as well. So the only prep that I did last night was making the hard-boiled eggs, sorry, and the bacon. So, I mean, not too bad. Now I made it like kind of crispy. You can see like it's firm, you know, so that I can easily crumble it. Let me see if I can show you. You can either cut it with a knife, which actually might be easier, or you can just break it apart with your hands and just make small little bite-sized crumbles, like bacon bits that you would normally put on a salad. So you can do it like this, which is the long way, or you can chop it up with your knife, which I am gonna do. But you just want to make sure that the bacon is nice and crispy. You don't want any like floppy, fatty bacon. Gross. That's not really gonna work too well. So crispy bacon, cut it up into bits, or you know, you can crumble it with your fingers too if you want. Okay. And the more bacon, the better. Just saying, just saying. Love bacon. Okay. That's so much easier. I know it's loud and obnoxious, but like seriously, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, right? I make a mess while I'm cooking. There's like bacon everywhere. Whoops. It's okay, that makes it taste better. Put that in there. Okay, I'm gonna do some more, just some more. I wanted some leftover bacon for us to have for breakfast, but gotta make your salad taste good. So like I said, either way, you can just crumble it or you can cut it. Either way works. No big deal. So far we have lettuce, hard-boiled eggs, and bacon in here. Now some other things that we're going to add is green onions, like the spring green onions. Those are really good in it if you chop them nice and finely. Or you can also use like purple onion, which is also really good in it. I would recommend like kind of shredding it or chopping it super, super finely just to give it that flavor, but not chunks of onion. That's at least how I prefer it. So I mean, I guess it's personal preference, but That's the way I like it. So here's the green onions. I already chopped them up. Whoop! And just dropped them all over the counter. I know the lighting switches every time I move something in front of the camera. But I'm just going to sprinkle these on there. It's really just throwing everything in the bowl. That's all you have to do. Not too difficult. All right, then I'm gonna take some peas. This is like a weird thing, a weird obsession I have. I love peas. And what I love even more than just regular peas is frozen peas. Like, I will eat them frozen. I don't know why that is, but I love them frozen. Now, for the salad, you do not want to cook the peas and then put them on here. That's kind of icky. So I use them frozen, or you can keep them out in a bowl or whatever in the fridge or wherever you want for a little bit so that they defrost. But you don't want to cook them. You don't want them to be hot. You still want them to be like chilled. But I just use them frozen because that's the way I like them. They do defrost a little bit, though I'm not like, you know, they're not completely frozen when I'm eating them. Now, I do like them as a snack to be frozen. That's just me. I don't know what it is. I know, I'm strange. Okay, so now I'm gonna make the dressing. So that was super simple, right? So we just did lettuce, hard-boiled eggs, green onions, bacon, and peas. Now you can, like I said, you can add chicken to it. You can add tomatoes, carrots, avocado, any other vegetables you want. I don't like tomatoes and I don't like carrots. I'm just really picky. So this is what we're gonna stick with for now. But let's do the dressing. So the dressing is next. Now what you're gonna do is take sour cream and mayo. So weird, right? I know it sounds crazy, but it's super good. So let me open up the sour cream. Goodness gracious. And you're gonna do a half a cup of each. So a half a cup of sour cream, a half a cup of mayo. I guess I can just skip them right into here. My measuring cup. Okay, so a half a cup of each. I'm just gonna scoop it into my, whatever you call this, measuring cup. Now, I don't normally measure things, like ever, because I just hate measuring things. But I'm gonna be nice and do it for you guys. Make sure it's perfect. So, sour cream, half a cup. Scoop it into my little mixing measuring cup bowl thing, whatever it is. Let me rinse this spoon off real quick. Hold on. Okay, and then a half a cup of mayo. You guys, when I was a little girl, actually more like when I was a baby, my parents would feed me sour cream on a spoon because I needed to gain weight. I was born with a hole in my heart, so I needed open heart surgery, and I couldn't get it until I was a certain weight. I had to be 20 pounds. And so they were like literally feeding me the fattiest foods they could find. And so they fed me sour cream on a spoon. And now I love sour cream, and I always lick the spoon. So you're welcome for not licking the spoon of the sour cream. Anybody else like sour cream? I love it. I do not like mayonnaise, so this is taking a lot. So this is a half cup of mayo. I'm just gonna add that to my little measuring cup mixing bowl. So, half a cup of sour cream, half a cup of mayo right in there. Now what I'm gonna take is, oops, let me close that back. I don't want to make too much of a mess here. Now I'm going to take sugar, because sugar makes everything better. If bacon doesn't make everything better, sugar definitely does. So I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of sugar. Now you can do 1 to 2 depending on what you like, but I like sweet. So 1, 2 tablespoons of sugar. This is the dressing, you guys, in case I didn't say what I was doing. So I'm going to add that in there. Then I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit Yes, Billy, bacon makes everything better. I know you're bacon boy. So I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of onion powder. You can also use garlic powder, just anything to season. I'm going to use some salt, some pepper. Some people sprinkle the salt and pepper straight into the salad, but I think it just makes more sense to put it in the dressing. And then I'm going to take some dill. Now, if you use fresh dill, that's better, but I don't have any, so we're just working with what we have here. And then, not everybody does this part, but I like this part. I like to add some vinegar. So, in order to not, this is just regular white vinegar. I'm just going to pour some in the cap because I don't want to go crazy here. I just think it makes it more of a vinaigrette, obviously. So I just add a little bit of vinegar in there. Now let's see. I'm going to try to stir it around and not go crazy here. So what you do with the dressing is you just kind of layer it right on top of the salad. And it'll kind of soak down into the rest of it. But just kind of layer it on top. So this is a 7-layer salad. I don't even know if I have 7 things in here, but like that's just what it's called. So like I said, I did lettuce, hard-boiled eggs, bacon, green onions, and peas. And then I'm going to put the dressing on, and then I'm going to add some cheese to it. So I don't know how many layers is that. I think I'm missing like 1, which would normally, for most people, be probably tomatoes. But like I said, I don't like tomatoes. I'm sorry. Now, when you're making this in your bowl, if you have a pretty glass bowl, like I said, it's going to look so much prettier because you're going to be able to see the different layers of the lettuce, the eggs, the bacon, the peas. Everything is going to look, it looks so pretty when you're able to make, like, see all the layers. But since mine is in this bowl, it's all mixed together, so I'm not really going to worry about it having layers. Thank you, Laura. We got it for our wedding. It's so fun to register for things for your wedding. Love it. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of toss it because I don't need it to be layered. I guess that kind of defeats the purpose of it being called a 7-layer salad. But hey, we like to break rules here. So I'm just going to mix it up a little bit so you can kind of see all of the ingredients, maybe. I just don't want to tilt it too much. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my dressing that I made, and it's going to have this nice creamy consistency, and it's able to be like poured onto the salad. So I'm just going to pour it on top, and you guys, this dressing is what makes it so good. And a lot of people will just pour it straight on top, and then like I said, it kind of seeps down into the rest of the salad. Or if you're not making it to be a layered salad, like how I'm not, because you can't see the layers anyway, you can take and kind of toss it so that the dressing is all mixed in there. So I'm going to take and toss it to mix everything up. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I haven't had this in so long. It's so good. It's kind of like one of those things that like you only eat when the weather is warm, like when it's summer or spring. This is why I'm like so excited. I'm like, yes, it's finally warm enough for me to feel like I can eat this salad for dinner. I don't know, maybe I'm the only crazy person that does that. I'm gonna add the rest of this lettuce that I left over because I have room for it, so I may as well. And I might add a little bit more bacon too, because bacon's the best part. And the peas, you guys, and the eggs, and the dressing. Everything makes this so good. Everything, all the flavors work together so well to make this taste delicious. Delicious. Okay, I'm gonna add the cheese, and I use cheddar cheese for this. I just feel like the flavors work well with, work well together. So I'm just using regular shredded cheddar cheese. Just Just sprinkle it on top. See, and this would be another layer, so kind of like an orangey layer. All the layers make it look so pretty. Serious. Okay, let me take a little bit more bacon. Can never have enough bacon. And then I'll have to take a picture for you guys because I know you can't really see all of this that I'm doing here. But, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to eat this. I hope David's ready for this amazingness. His mom actually makes a really good 7-layer salad. So, I hope mine lives up to his mom's standards. Okay. Let me wipe my hands off and then I'm going to show you. So there it is. 7-layer salad. I'll say off the ingredients one more time. So for the salad itself, I use lettuce, and then we do hard-boiled eggs, just kind of chopped up into bite-sized pieces. Frozen peas. They don't have to be frozen, but you want them cold. You don't want them cooked. And then we do bacon, green onions. You can either use green onions finely chopped, or you can use red onion, either shredded or finely chopped as well. Then I did some shredded cheese. Did I say bacon yet? I don't know if I said bacon yet, but I did bacon twice, so we can count it twice. So then bacon, and then shredded cheddar cheese, and I made the dressing. The dressing is made out of a half a cup of mayo, a half a cup of sour cream. I did probably, I don't know, I didn't measure the vinegar. Probably, I did 2 capfuls. So maybe like a tablespoon of vinegar. Then some dill. Fresh dill is better, but if you don't have it, just work with what you have. Salt and pepper, and then I used onion powder. You can either use onion powder or garlic powder. Either works. And then 2 tablespoons of sugar to make it a little bit sweet. Then I mixed it all together. If you want it to be pretty and layered, keep the layers separate and kind of put the ingredients towards the outside of the bowl so that you can see the layers. Looks really pretty. But if you don't have a fancy bowl like that, you can just throw it all in your regular bowl and eat it up. You can add any kind of meat to it, like chicken. You can also add other vegetables like carrots, tomatoes, avocado, whatever else you like to eat on your salads. You can add that in here as well. But that is it. Super simple, super delicious. I'm really excited to eat it. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. You can either comment below or message me. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. But if you try it, let me know. It's super delicious and the perfect thing to bring to, you know, a friend's house for a party or a summer barbecue. It's one of my favorite summer meals. So thank you guys so much for watching. We're gonna go eat dinner now, and I will talk to you soon. All right, bye-bye guys.